What is guinea pig speed dating? Hey, it's Scotty. I'm a volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and a lot of what I do there is facilitating adoptions. And I've been hearing this a little bit, guinea pig speed dating, and actually somebody sent me a message asking, what is guinea pig speed dating? So I thought I would address it. Now, I think that guinea pig speed dating is just kind of a silly way of talking about bonding, but I think that it actually has a connotation that is not helpful, okay? So if we take a step back and we talk about bonding guinea pigs, I have a very detailed bonding rules video, which I'll put right here. And I highly recommend that you watch that. I'll put that at the end of this video as well. And you can always search Scotty's Animals bonding rules and you'll find it. Boys have only a 20% chance that any two individual boys will get along and be bonded. And what is bonded? Bonded just means that they can live together harmoniously without hurting each other. Doesn't mean that they're going to sit there and braid each other's hair and finish each other's sentences and they don't always snuggle. But it just means that they can live in the same space and live harmoniously without hurting each other. So when it comes to boys, 20% chance that any two boys you put together are going to get along. And with girls, it's about an 80% chance. And with girls, it's about an 80% chance that any two individuals will get along. Now, of course, when you have girls in a larger group, they have to figure out a pecking order, who is on top, and so on. And that can take some time. It can often take a week or more. So I highly recommend you check out my bonding rules video. Not only that, I have an entire bonding playlist, which I'll also include at the end, which has a number of bonding videos from the rescue, from my personal pigs, and just a number of videos about bonding information and things like that. So very informational if you're curious about bonding, because it is a very deep and somewhat complicated or misunderstood topic when it comes to guinea pigs. And so that's why I wanted to clear up this idea of guinea pig speed dating. Now, if you think about the concept of speed dating with people, it's actually, you go to a place where there's lots of singles, and then every 15 minutes or so, you meet someone new. Well, that's why I think that this joke, this idea of guinea pig speed dating is actually pretty harmful, because especially for boys, but in general, you don't want to switch every 15 minutes or at any point. You are hoping for love at first sight. This is what I tell all my potential adopters when they come into the rescue, especially with boys. You want to put in who you're hoping to bond with and take home. And when it comes to boys, since there's only a 20% chance that any two are going to get along, if they do get along, it's a miracle. And so you put them together for as long as it takes for you to be confident that they aren't going to hurt each other, and therefore they are bonded. This idea that bonded pigs are going to show some magical aura and they're going to lay down next to each other, sometimes they do, but really when we say bonded, we just mean that they'll cohabitate harmoniously without hurting each other. So that is a miracle that you find a pair of boys that do that. And so you don't want to pluck that one out and put another one in. It's just going to upset them. And because the odds are so low, then the chances of this new piggy getting in a fight is very high. When it comes to girls, the success rate is inverse. There's a really good chance that any two girls you put together are going to get along. But why put them together if when they get along, if they get along, you're going to pluck them out and try someone new? No. Now, you might consider it speed dating because in many cases, the first boy that you put in with a boy, they fight right away. Now, I always wrap my hand in a towel. I really encourage you to watch some of these bonding videos. Not only are they, I think, very fascinating, but it will give you a good sense of what behavior we tolerate and when it may be time to end the bonding session. And the goal is that they get together, they stay together, and then they just live the rest of their lives together. But in many cases, you put a pair in, and I always have my hand wrapped in a towel, a thick towel, because they can bite through a very flimsy, t-shirt or something, and you put them together. And as Saskia likes to say, humping is how guinea pigs shake hands. They will spin around each other. They will, chase. They do the humping. This is more boy behavior. Girls, sometimes you will have the boss do the nose punching, which is acceptable. It's the drawing blood that we don't want to see. And this bonding behavior is very deep, very different. No two bonding sessions are the same, which is why I find it so fascinating. Each one of those bonding videos is a completely different outcome. So I just want to dispel this notion of speed dating, because while with bonding boys, usually there may be a number of potential matches going in and out. That's only because the matches fail. It's not a structure of the bonding process. You don't want to try a whole bunch and then see which was best. You're hoping for love at first sight. So I want to explain that. I wanted to clarify that. With girls, you generally have better luck than with boys. And so that's why I encourage you to really dive deep into the bonding playlist. Even if you've already got, a group that you're happy with, you're not looking to add another piggy, you might just find it fascinating and very interesting. And I'll just go over one last thing, just in case you don't watch any of those videos, don't do any research about bonding. I've got an entire bonding page on my website. But remember, girls do good in a pair and in groups. Boys do good in a pair. You don't want to add a trio. In fact, I just got a message today from someone saying, oh, I shouldn't have trusted all the people that said boy trios are fine. It's like, no. If you've got a pair that's already bonded, please don't add a third. You're going to almost guaranteed to ruin that bond. So actually, let me know in the comments, do you have a boy trio? Did you ever try a boy trio? How did that go for you? Because it is true, there are exceptions to the rule. But generally speaking, when a trio comes into the rescue already a trio, we keep them together until they prove that they can't be together. Because there are exceptions to the rule, but when it comes to an already established pair, we never add a third, because the risks of them all fighting are just way too high. So I like to call it guinea pig bonding, guinea pig play dates, matching, but speed dating, it really isn't. And you wouldn't want to follow the rules of speed dating to find an appropriate match, because you're just going to cause a lot of heartache and chaos. So I hope that makes sense. And I never thought anything of it, the term speed dating, when it comes to guinea pigs, because I sort of understood that it's a joke. But when people have reached out and asked me, what's the difference between speed dating or bonding, or just with this general confusion, I thought I better set the record straight. So this video was going to go into the bonding playlist, just so that people can understand that it's not speed dating. You're not putting one in for 15 minutes, then trying another, then trying another, then trying another. Just going to end up with a lot of upset piggies. All right. I hope this helps. Until next time, thanks for watching.